Hello, everybody. Welcome to the final Make a Play subscription box asynchronous video. And hello to anyone else watching this video. My name is Miss Anna. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm going to lead us through kind of our culminating lesson today. I led us through our first lesson, which was a wild ride, and we've learned so much in these last 6 months. So now here we are to kind of wrap it up. So the first thing that I want to do is, you know everybody on this screen, but we're going to go around and do some intros for everyone just in case, because it's on the YouTubes, and on the YouTubes sometimes there's an autoplay, so maybe someone's seeing this that's never seen any of our faces before. So hello, my name is Miss Anna, and my pronouns are she, her, hers. And for our check-in today, let's say one beverage that we love. And my beverage that I love today is coffee. And I'm going to throw it to Miss Tiara.
I'll catch it. Hello, everyone. I'm Miss Tiara. I use she and they. And I, as you just saw, I love water. I'm going to throw it to Miss Melissa.
Hello, hello. I'm Miss Melissa. My pronouns are she and her, and I love limeade. And I'm going to send it to Mr. Brian.
Hello. My name is Brian. My pronouns are he, him, and elle. And favorite drink would be a Pete's Black Tie if we're going in the coffee realm. So if someone is listening on the autoplay feature that has access or the ability to bring it to us or Quinnen Street, any coffee really, do it. I'm going to pass it back to Miss Anna.
656 Quinnen Street, Pinole, California. All right. So for those of our friends who have been with us for all these months for the Make a Play subscription box, first of all, thank you for playing with us. We have had so much fun coming up with these boxes, coming up with these themes, seeing you, even not seeing you, knowing that you may take all of, I know that I've heard from some grownups that these are going to be summer projects. So maybe you're seeing this video kind of in August or down the road in summertime. Totally cool. When I was your age and I had subscriptions like this, I would let them all pile up and then do all the crafts like over one manic weekend, and it was super fun. And then you have all these things. So no judgment, no shame. QSP is a no shame zone. Have fun in whenever you get to the stuff that we sent you. And so just a review of some of the stuff that we have sent you. Get ready. Everyone my age remembers these Micro Machines commercials where you read really, really fast. I'm not going to read quite that fast, but here are all the things that we have sent you over the last 6 months. Ready? Here we go. Plush raven, LED flameless candle, bookmaking supplies, blank mask, wooden dowel, rhinestones for decorating, white paper, brown and gold paper bags, lighting gel, paint, journal with blank pages for drawing, journal with line pages for writing, sharpened pencils, colored gel pens, crayons, stickers to decorate your journals, 2 plungers, duct tape, garden tray, fan, whoopee cushion, jaw harp, and wind chimes. Those are all the things you received over the last 6 months. I bet you've had a good time. So what you should have gotten by now, according to the internet, is some things that Miss Melissa and I picked out for you for your final box. So the number one thing that you probably got, and you're probably thinking, I don't know how to use this. What is this for? This looks boring. We sent you a binder that has specific little sleeves for your activity books that we sent you. So if you want to save your activity books and keep them clean and fresh, this is where you're going to keep those. But also its main purpose is for saving programs from seeing theater. So hopefully in the future, now that the pandemic is, I'm not going to say that it's coming to an end, but as it's changing and we are able to do more things, we're hoping that we're going to be able to go see more theater and maybe get programs. And once you get a program, it should be the right size to slip in to these little pages in your binder. I have a huge collection of playbills. I don't know if my other teaching artist friends do, but they're really fun to save because sometimes you can look back and think, oh my goodness, I saw my friend in this show and we weren't friends yet. That's so crazy. Or if you've seen like a big professional production, sometimes if you look in the ensemble list, you'll see a name of someone who's really, really famous right now. And that's really exciting too. Or maybe you'll see the name of our friend Taylor. Anyway, the other thing that you received is a big plastic treasure chest bin. Because if you remember all the way back in December, the little box that I sent you, it's not quite big enough to hold all of those things that we have sent you since. So you can still use that box for whatever you want. Maybe it can fit into the other bin, but we wanted to make sure that you have a nice, big, safe place to put all of your crafts, all of your supplies, all of your scripts, everything. Maybe you can keep your binder in there, something to keep all of your stuff safe and clean and organized, or not organized. Messiness and chaos creates art too. So don't panic if you're messy. I'm really messy. And last but not least, Miss Melissa and I decided that we wanted you to have a slate. Now, a slate is used more in filmmaking than it is in theater, but we're hoping that maybe if you film yourself doing some of your scenes and poems and stories and send them to us, you can use your slate to show us what you're doing. So like if you haven't done the Raven yet, you can write on your slate, because it comes with a little dry erase marker. You can write the Raven and then write the date and all that. And then at the beginning, I don't own one, unfortunately, but you put it right up to the camera and you snap it. And the snap makes your actors, you know that you are starting. That's your action moment. So that is the stuff that is in your box this month and how to use it. So the next thing that I already talked about that. So basically, what are you doing this month? Good question. All of those things that I read, you are going to pick three things from all of those things and make your own play. Don't know what to pick yet? Don't worry, we'll get to it. So I think we better warm up. My friends, is it time to warm up? Do we feel ready? Okay, I'm gonna warm us up. So we are going to just start with a big ol' yawn. Oh, okay. That felt so good. Let's do one more. And give your shoulders a little shake and add a little hum. Good work. And go ahead and look up at the ceiling and imagine something you really want is on that ceiling. And reach for it with your hands. Reach so high. And if you're standing on your feet, you can reach all the way up on your tiptoes and come back down onto your whole foot so you don't fall down, and reach one hand a little higher. Ooh, and reach the other hand a little higher. Ooh, and reach the other hand a little higher. And switch. And switch. And reach both really high up. So high up. And drop just your fingers. Maybe you grabbed that thing that you really want and it's in your hands. And drop just your wrists and your elbows are up in the sky. And drop your elbows and your shoulders are up in the sky. And drop your shoulders. Beautiful work. Shoulders back up to your ears with a nice deep breath in. And out and down. And up and in. And out and down. Last time, up and in. And out and down. Beautiful work. Now, my favorite QSP tradition is our imaginary crayons. Now, normally, I ask you to pick a giant imaginary crayon and put it on the top of your head. We're going to make our circles a little bit differently today. So get out a normal sized crayon, actually. Right? Beautiful. And go ahead and attach this crayon to the tip of your nose. Good. Now we are going to draw big circles just with our nose because we want to be gentle with our necks. We don't need to make the biggest circles in the world. We're just doing nice nose circles. Very good. And once you've made some in one direction, go ahead and switch and do the other direction. Thank you. Big, beautiful circles turning into spirals. And nose back up to the middle. Take your crayon off of your nose. Now we're going to stretch it big. Turn it into 2 crayons. Put 1 crayon on this shoulder, other crayon on this shoulder, and draw me some circles with your shoulders. I like to go forward first, but you can do whichever you like better. I don't care. It's your shoulders. And freeze. And make me some shoulders backwards, shoulder circles backwards, shoulder circles backwards. And take those crayons off of your shoulders, putting it back together, and watch it evaporate into the air and say, see you later.
See you later.
Very nice. We're going to put our hands on our waist or our hips, and we're going to puff our chest forward like big, powerful superheroes, and back like evil, nasty villains, and forward like superheroes, and back like supervillains. Forward like superheroes, and give me a big, powerful superhero pose. Ready? 3, 2, 1, freeze. And supervillain chest. Ready? Just show me the chest. Just show me the chest. Now give me a pose. Ready? 3, 2, 1, freeze. And give me a villain laugh.
Mwah.
And relax, come back to yourself. Very nice. And if you are standing, or even if you're sitting, see, I think I can do this sitting, but if you're standing, it'll be extra fun. Give me some hip circles. Oh, it's possible sitting. Feels kind of nice. Yeah. And whether you're sitting or standing, give one of your legs a good shake, and give your other leg a good shake, and see if you can shake both of them at the same time. See if you can shake both of them at the same time. Nice. And shake your hands, just your hands. Shake your wrists, shake your elbows, shake your whole arm, shake your whole body, add some sound, and freeze. And breathe in, reach up. And exhale down. Last thing we're going to do before we dive into some games, we're going to make some energy balls. So go ahead and clap and rub your hands for me, please. Very nice. Make sure your hands are getting good and hot, getting that chi energy between your hands, and let go gently. Feel all that energy between your hands. You should feel like you're holding an energy ball, and take this energy and pat it into your body. Pat, pat, pat. All over your body. Top to bottom. Give a little extra energy to any spots that feel achy or tired or sore. My back's been bothering me, so I'm going to give my back a little extra love. And we're going to make one more energy ball. Ready? Here we go. Mine doesn't feel energetic yet. There we go. And let go. Feel all that energy between your hands. And this time we're going to brush, 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 brush. Like you're brushing off any dust that has gotten on you, or cat hair, or dog hair, or guinea pig hair, or mouse hair, or rat hair, or any other pets that have hair. And gently, gently, gently add some energy to your face. Remember, you only have one face in this world, so we must be gentle and kind to it. And give your jaw muscle a nice little rub. Grown-ups at home that are watching with your young ones, this may be something you want to do too. See how all us grown-ups are really into it. And go ahead and take your wrists, and you're going to draw them down your jawbone and sigh out. And one more time. Very nice. Now we're going to do one more thing before we get started. I know we haven't warmed up our voice. We're going to kind of skip that right now. It's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to reach our hands all the way out like this. We're going to cross our wrists. We're going to put our palms down. And now you're going to interlace your fingers and flip your fingers in like this. Now from here, you can give yourself a hug. You can pat your face. You can just hold here, whatever feels best, but we're gonna give ourselves a little love for a minute. I'm not gonna time it right now. We're just gonna hold on to ourselves and give ourselves a little bit of care and a little bit of love before we dive into the rest of our lesson. So here we go. And breathe. Give yourself a pat. And take another breath. And you're going to give yourself one more pat. And say, good job, me. All right, friends. So here we go. I am going to hand the microphone to Miss Tiara, who is going to lead us in a little game. So Miss Tiara, should we get started with this game?
Absolutely, you all. We are playing Zip, Zap, Zop. And Zip, Zap, Zop, for folks who haven't played before, is a game we play in theater because it has lines. As performers, our lines are zip, zap, zop in that order. It repeats zip, zap, zop, zip, zap, zop. There's a little bit of movement, of choreography to it, which is something that's sending the energy forward. Some people like to do it like this. Some people like to do it like this, but something where you are sending the energy forward on your line. That's your movement with your line. And also energy and pacing. With Zip Zap Zop, it's about sending, just like that energy that we were generating with Miss Anna, our energy through our breath, our lines, and our movement, we send to someone in our ensemble, who then will take it and they have the next line, and it goes like that over and over again. And so let's just get into it. I'm gonna put an order for it in the chat. Again, you know, if we were all in person, you would get to choose who you are sending your line and your energy and your movement to. Because we're on Zoom and that's a little hard, I went ahead and put the order in the chat. So it'll go, you know, myself, Miss Tiara, to Mr. Brian, to Miss Melissa, and Miss Anna. And we want to see how can we keep our pacing together as an ensemble? Can we stay together as an ensemble? And then also, you know, Miss Anna, you can decide if we want to get a little competitive with it or not. I'm open. But let's first just go ahead and ensemble, teaching artists, friends, like, do y'all feel ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, fantastic. Let's take one breath in together through our nose, out through our mouth, and begin. Zip.
Zap.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
Zop.
Zip.
Zap.
Oh, and I'm going to take it. We're doing so well. I'm going to challenge us to speed it up a little bit. Let's see if we can go at twice the speed that we just were. All right, let's take one more deep breath in and out. And go this round. Zip.
Zap.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
Zop.
I messed up. Let's shake that out, shake that out, shake that out, shake that out. Let's do one more round of this. All right, one more deep breath in and out. Let's go again. Zip.
Zap.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip. Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
Zop.
Zip.
Zap.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
Zop.
Zip.
Zap.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
Zop.
Let's clap for ourselves. Fantastic. Fantastic. I think that's a good little intro to that. And then hopefully, for folks watching this video, if you're able to come to the live lesson, we want to play that with all of you. So you got a little bit of a preview of it and hope to see you there so that you can join in the zipping and the zapping and the zopping. I'll pass it back to Miss Anna.
All right, then I'm passing it to Miss Melissa.
Hello, friends. Okay, now we're going to take all of this energy that we've created with focusing on each other, right? Really focusing and working together as an ensemble. And we're going to do another activity that requires focus and working together as an ensemble, but it's a little bit more, the energy is a little bit more still. Or not, if you want to make it difficult, you can be all wiggly squiggly and we'll just have to follow along. So this is a mirroring exercise. What that means is the person who is the leader, and I'm gonna show you first, I'll be the example. The person who is the leader, you need to super focus on them, and you are their reflection in the mirror. So whatever they do, you follow exactly. Or you try to follow exactly, you do the best you can, you do it to however your body moves, right? We're all different, we're all individuals, but you try to do it how your body would do it exactly. Okay, so I'm gonna go first and then y'all are gonna mirror me, and just a little clue. If you're the leader, it is easier for everybody mirroring if you go slow and calm. But if you want to make it hard, you could be wiggly and fast and we'll just have to follow. So I'm going to go first and then I'm going to ask for volunteer. Actually, I'm just going to call on you. I'm going to call on my teaching artist friends. So be ready to be the leader. All right. And Mr. Brian will be leading. And Miss Tiara will take it from there. And Miss Anna will take it from there. And I will take it back from there. And just because it sounded like fun, let's see what happens. Excellent, good job, friends. Let's take a big deep breath together and let it go. Ooh, give yourselves a round of applause. Good job. And friends at home, hopefully we will see you at our live lesson so that we can follow your mirroring, and that will be really fun for us too. Woohoo! And I'm going to send it back to Miss Anna.
And I'm sending it to Mr. Brian for a game I don't know, which is a thrill.
Thank you, thank you. And you know what, this game has changed names so many times that sometimes I forget what it is too. But honestly, this is actually an adaptation of a game that we play in class. So if you've had any of us before, you've probably played a version of this, but we're gonna adapt it a little bit to include a little bit of Le Bon, light, heavy, slow, fast, direct, indirect, and a little bit of improvisation, which is the idea of first thought, best thought. So what I'm gonna need you to do now is, I'm going to do my best here, but since I'm moderating, I'm going to have to stay in this position. But everyone else, as long as you can be seen, if it's possible, get yourself standing up if possible. If not, you can roll around in your chair too. That works. And give me a thumbs up when you're ready. That'll help me out. All right, cool, cool. All right. Cool. And now for this time through, it's going to go in a few parts. All right, so in about 3-ish parts. So I'm going to give you some words, and I just want you, once you hear the keywords, you're going to move or you're going to adjust to whatever that keyword direction is. All right, when I say slow, you're going to move around slowly. You're going to walk around slowly. So let's just practice that. Slow. See if you can incorporate your whole body. And there's no wrong answer. There's no right answer. Just move around, walk around slowly. All right. And when you hear the word stop, that just means freeze in whatever position you're in. It's not a trick. Excellent. And slow. Stop. When you hear the word fast, I want you to move around as fast as you can in your space, fast and safely as you can. Let me emphasize safe, all right? And fast. And stop. Now, very important, when you hear the word stop, you're in control of your own body. It's very important that we're in control as well. Fast. And stop. When you hear the word light, I want you to move around lightly, whatever that means to you. Light. And stop. And if you hear the word heavy, whatever that means to you, move around heavy. Heavy. How can you incorporate your whole body into that? Tops of your head, your knees, your toes. If you're like Mr. Brian, your back is already feeling heavy and it's not even, that doesn't matter. And stop. And now when I say, I'm going to say actor neutral right now because that's a position that probably feels like it's draining your energy. When I say the word direct, I want you to find a spot in the room that you're in the space that you're in, not too far, maybe somewhere across the room, and walk in a straight line, the most direct line to it. Direct. And when you get to that spot, choose another spot and walk to that spot directly. Direct. And keep that going. Keep choosing a new spot. Keep that idea of direct, that straight line thinking. And if you're in a big, big, big space and you just keep walking to that one spot, that's cool too. But I'm going to ask you to stop. Stop. And now choose a different spot. And I want you to take the most distracted, most just out of the way route. Maybe you get distracted by a few things. Maybe you make a few stops to this new spot. Indirect. And same idea. If you do get to that spot, that long spot to that spot, choose a different spot and get distracted on the way to the new spot. And stop. All right, my friends, and I'm going to introduce two more words here, and that'll be the last of our vocabulary before we play with it. Ignore the evil laugh. When I say monologue, I want you to just come to the screen, and you're going to come to this medium close-up. This is my framing here, like this. And you are just going to talk about the first thing that comes to mind until I say stop. All right, so choose a spot away from the camera, away from the camera, away from the camera. Get away, get away, get away. And monologue. Come to the screen, come to the screen. Start talking and take yourselves off mute.
Yesterday, my kitten decided
I
that she
had
knew how to
some
open up
coffee
the
today
screen
I had
door
a
like
really
and a
this.
delicious breakfast, but I don't know what I'm gonna have
mug
for
that is
lunch.
very
What am I
cool.
gonna have
I
for
really
lunch?
Ran
like
out
I
that
of
could probably
mug.
cook, but it feels like I have
And,
so
stop.
much to do.
Excellent. And now fast, fast. Move yourselves around the space. Yourselves around the space. And you know what? There's one more word. I said there was two, right? So now this time through, keep walking fast. When I say song, you are going to come to the screen just like you did for monologue, and you're going to sing an improvised song, first thought, best thought about anything at all. And song.
I don't wanna love
one
this no more.
time
There is
after
just something I
another
need.
TV shows
I don't care
and
about
they're
some other
boring.
things.
So
Excellent, excellent. Silent
Matter.
applause, silent applause, silent applause. And my friends, as a review, slow, fast, light, heavy, direct, indirect, monologue, song. Oof, that's a lot. But you know what? I'm going to be with you and I'm going to help guide. All right, so let's go light, light, light around the space. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. And give me heavy around the space, heavy around the space. Give me indirect around the space. Give me direct around the space. Give me slow around the space. Give me monologue.
My favorite stuffed
And then
animal
they
is
were
a
both
manatee that I was
outside.
given when
I
I
was
was
in a
16
Zoom class
by
loves
a
me.
I
friend.
had
But
to
really
And
get
give me
away
fast
from
around the
screen.
space. And song. Give me the song, the closing song.
Hello, hello.
When
Hey, hello,
I
hello. Hello, hello.
sometimes it
Hello, hello to
hurts,
everyone out there.
but
Hello,
then I
hello.
wake up
Behold
and I see my
my
song.
weak
Very nice, very nice. So give yourself a
feet.
silent applause. Give yourself a silent applause. And my friends, I'm going to ask, just be honest here. Are you up for a little bit of a challenge? Are you up for a little tiny bit of a challenge?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. All right. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to put it in the chat as well, because I'm not going to get it. And we're going to flip it around, and we're going to play with our brains a little bit here. When I say slow, you're going to move fast.
Oh no.
When I say fast, you're going to move slow. When I say light, we're going to flip it to heavy, heavy to light, direct to indirect, indirect to direct. When I say monologue, you come up, give me that song. When I say song, nope, you're going to come up and give me that monologue. All right, everyone, and fast. All right, we're paying attention. All right, give me fast. Give me slow. Excellent, and light. Good, and direct. And slow. And fast. And monologue.
I wish we could all go swimming in the ocean, the dolphins and the whales and the.
And then, wait, what?
What'd you say, Mr. Brian?
Song. Song.
No, then I had to go
Last
up
time I
to
was
the
at the
text, and I
ocean,
had to
and then
forget.
And slow. And monologue.
What? What
I
should
just
I
stubbed my toe.
do?
And I think that's a wonderful ending point. Great job, everyone. Great job, everyone. Are you okay, Miss Melissa? Good job, good job.
Oh my word. Oh my word. Well, that means that next Miss Tiara, you're supposed to be next, but I'm going to go ahead and give you a break. And I'll let you lead into our next thing. So I'm going to lead us in a QSP favorite, one of my all-time favorite games, super fun, Magic Rocks. I believe we've played this game for Make a Play before. If not, don't stress, it's an easy one. So here's what, I'm gonna catch my breath because Mr. Brian tried to kill us. So when I say Magic Rocks, you are going to make yourself into the shape of a rock. Now, if you have space, I want you to kind of think that you can maybe even get as small as, if you're familiar with the yoga pose, child's pose, you can get really, really little as you can. That's your Magic Rocks position. But obviously there's all different kinds of rocks in the world. So you can be any kind of rock as long as it's consistent. Oh, Miss Melissa is a crystal. She's a free form.
I was a geode.
So these are magic rocks, of course. And what that means is these rocks can transform into different things. But the trick is they are still made of rock. So even though they transform, when they transform, they are statues. So what's magic about them is that they change their shape. They do not come to life. That's a different game than Miss Tiara will lead. So when you are a magic rock, show me your magic rocks. Thank you. Magic rocks turn into butterflies. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And show me those butterflies, magic rocks. Beautiful. Magic rocks.
Miss Anna, I'm so sorry. Can I ask a clarifying question?
Of course you may.
When you're counting, are we supposed to be moving, or we wait until you get to 1 and then we move?
Whatever you like better. Some students that I work with like to use all 5 counts, and some like to transform. So it's depending on how your body moves, that's your time to change into your shape.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So magic rocks back into your rock position, whatever that looks like to you. And magic rocks turn into velociraptors. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Velociraptor. Beautiful. I love these velociraptors. And magic rocks. Magic rocks turn into redwood trees. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and freeze. That's my favorite tree. Magic rocks. Magic rocks turn into goats. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, goat. Beautiful. Magic rocks. Miss Tiara, what should the magic rocks turn into next?
Waterfalls.
Ooh, magic rocks turn into waterfalls. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, freeze. Ooh, beautiful. Mr. Brian, magic rocks. Mr. Brian, what should our magic rocks turn into next?
Hope.
Into what?
Hope.
Into hope. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, freeze. Yay. Very nice. And magic rocks, Miss Melissa, what should our rocks turn into next? I couldn't hear you, babe.
Dragon.
Dragons. Ready? Magic rocks turn into dragons. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Freeze. Show me those scary dragons. Or maybe they're nice dragons. Very nice. Magic rocks. Okay. Magic rocks turn into teachers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 teachers. Oh. And magic rocks. And magic rocks turn into scientists. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Freeze. Beautiful. And magic rocks. And this is our last one. Magic rocks turn into magicians. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Freeze. Ooh, very good. And give yourselves a big round of applause. Very nice work, everybody. And I throw it to Miss Tiara for our next activity.
All right, everyone. Oh, I'm making sure I'm off mute. Say yes.
Yes.
Say yes, let's.
Yes,
Yes,
let's.
let's.
Fantastic. You have your lines for our next game, which is yes, let's. Yes, let's is an improvisation game. Improvising means we go with our first thought as our best thought. Each of us are going to go around and we're going to suggest something for the whole ensemble to do together. So for example, I might say, let's play Magic Rocks. And then to my suggestion, the whole ensemble is going to answer me with,
Yes,
Yes,
let's.
let's.
and that includes you at home too. And then we're all going to individually pantomime, right? Acting out, playing Magic Rocks. And you can choose to, if you want to have, to monologue, be your own individual character in a scene, expressing words as part of this if you want to, or you can have it be a silent pantomime. And then we do that first suggestion all together until someone else in the ensemble comes with another suggestion. So they might pop up and say, hey, let's do something else. And then we all together are gonna say,
Yes,
Yes, let's.
fantastic. So to begin, let's brush our teeth.
yes.
Yes, let's.
I'll do this.
Let's fly a kite.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's.
Mm. Oh, mine's flying.
Mine's stuck in a tree.
Oh, Mr. Brian.
Let's get Mr. Brian's kite out of that tree.
Yes.
Yes, let's.
Let's.
Ugh. Oh, I can't reach it.
Almost there.
It isn't in a tree.
Get flagged, Miss Melissa. Oh,
Let's all hop in a car and go on a coffee run.
Yes.
let's. I'm turning on the stereo.
Hope there's no red lights because I need my coffee.
Beep, beep.
I have an idea. Let's go swimming.
Yes.
Let's.
I forgot my sunscreen. I burn so easily.
Oh. I wait until after I swim for my sunscreen sometimes. You're not supposed to.
Let's walk our pet dragonflies.
Yes.
Yes. Let's.
Ah!
They go into dragons, right? Okay.
Whoa.
Let's bake a magical cake.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's.
Let's. A magic flower.
One tisp.
Some fairy dust.
I have to mix up my egg replacement.
Got some water from a magic stream.
Let's paint a mural.
Yes.
Yes,
Let's.
I'm doing the background.
Tiana, do you have some green I can borrow?
Let's go watch the sunset.
Yes.
Yes,
let's.
let's.
Let's write a play.
Yes.
Yes,
Let's.
let's.
And instead of pantomiming, let's actually write one. So, Mr. Brian, what do we have next?
Well, let me tell you. So what we have now is actually a play on our playwriting, because before what we did was take the idea of beginning, middle, end and create our own stories. We even did that with sound, with our sound effects and our Foley. But in just a moment, we are going to go through our playwriting handout, and the idea is to fill in the blanks to our story with our own first thought, best thought, the ideas of sound effects, the idea of filling in character, place, relationship, based on a story structure that you're going to be given. And when I say going to be given, it should be something you have available to you. We're going to explore the idea of setup, character, your own ideas, the problem or conflict. We're going to give our characters in the story that you create, that we all create. There we go. And we're going to, if we could just scroll down to the bottom of the page there, or the second page. And what we're going to do is we're going to, after we set up our story, our title and everything here, we're going to explore this and a little bit further. And I'm actually going to pass it on to Miss Tierra to help us go through the story itself before I talk it all the way through.
Absolutely. So maybe one way to describe it is just for us to do an example together. Does that sound like a good idea to you, Mr. Brian? All right, fantastic. And friends at home, we young artists, we thought about this because we wanted to put kind of everything together that we've been doing. We thought about, you could think of this as a radio play, but you can also think about it as something that is live with sound effects. So maybe as you're writing, maybe you want to think about, do I want to think about it as, something that's just heard, or do I want to think about it live? It's up to you. But so you'll see, we got this handout, says 10-minute radio playwriting Mad Lib. If y'all have done Mad Libs, maybe in school or for fun, that's, it's kind of like what Mr. Brian was saying. Sometimes there's there's a story structure already, and there's parts where you fill in the blank with different prompts. So, does our instructions say fill in the Mad Libs below? Some things have been filled out for you, so make sure you follow the clues given to you so that you can fill out the story. There are some surprises and some rhymes. Make sure you connect it to the moral at the end, to thine own self be true. So one of the offers of this Mad Lib sort of structure that you get to fill in is that the moral of the play that you're writing is to thine own self be true. We got a title here. And, we could ask my ensemble. Sometimes I like to write first and then do a title, but some people are like, nah, I want to do the title and then fill it in. So can we do thumbs up if you're let's do the title at the end person, thumbs to the side if you're like, oh, I want to do it first. Okay, well, you're outvoted, Mr. Brian. We're going to come back to that title at the end. But then we have by, that's where we put the authors' names. And, so I can go ahead and say that it's by Miss Anna, Miss Melissa, Miss Tierra, and Mr. Brian. Fantastic. Next, okay, fantastic. Next, we have here, it says insert non-diegetic song of your choice, story, introduction, music here. So there's an opportunity where we're saying, if you were going to start this play with sound, with a song, what do you want to start with? And Mr. Brian, do you want to share with us, what does non-diegetic sound mean?
It means sound that does not exist in the world of the story. So that means like your own song, basically any sound that you wouldn't hear in the background, you would throw it in from your own imagination or your own inspiration.
Thank you. All right, so okay, to begin our story with our play that's gonna have this moral, thine own self be true. Does anyone have an idea of like a song that exists already that we want to start this with?
Purple Rain.
All right, we're gonna start it with some Purple Rain by Prince. And you all at home, you know, ask your grown-ups if you don't know this song already, because it's amazing.
Pause the video and go find that song right now, kids. Just
do it. And so like, you know, that's starting to play in the background, and then our story starts. And I'll say, as you read along here, if the words that are in bold are kind of like the stage directions, but the words that aren't in bold, that's something that we might say as part of the play, whether it's radio play or out loud. So the first thing we hear the song playing. Then we hear a voice saying, "It was a dark and stormy night." And the next thing you see here, you fill in, we're gonna create a rhyme to follow "It was a dark and stormy night." So that's like the first original writing that we're gonna put in here. So ensemble, what's a rhyme that we can have after "It was a dark and stormy night"?
And I was about to have a fright.
Great, and I was about to have a fright. Fantastic. We're going with our first thought, best thought. So that happens. We got the song. We got "It was a dark and stormy night," and I was about to have a fright. And next, you get to insert a sound effect here for your dark and stormy night. So we get to think about what sound effect do we want to have happen here. And our ensemble, what do we think?
We learned a couple of different rain sound effects with Mr. Brian. So if you have your garden tray, you can sprinkle some rice into it. Or if you're us and we don't have that, then maybe we can do our snapping like we did in another class that Miss Tiara did, because sometimes snapping can sound like rain too.
Absolutely, like gently.
Mr. Brian, what would be good for like thunder or lightning?
I would say for thunder, if you had like a little like even aluminum foil and you just sort of wave that, that'd be nice.
Like a baking sheet.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Miss Anna.
Aluminum foil or a baking sheet waving. Cool. So we're going to have some, you know, and what I would love actually is, you know, since we're writing this, we can decide like all those different kinds of sound effects, because right, rain doesn't sound just one way. Thunder doesn't sound just one way. So we can imagine this soundscape being built. Whew, amazing. Next, we're going to introduce our characters. So it says here, we see character 1 and character 2 in a place. They have some kind of relationship and they're busy. We're going to pick if they're making, if they're creating, if they're building, and then it's going to be a brand new invention. And for you all at home, you know, at the beginning of class or at, you know, this little lesson, Miss Anna, reminded you of all the things that you have gotten through this subscription box. So we will ask you to use those things to make this invention. And so it can either be something that you build out of all of those things, or you could take one of those items and imagine using it in a different way. Like, for example, I know you all have like plungers. I bet that there's so many ideas you could think of about how that plunger could be an invention. So just so you know that that's what we're going for here. But so let's think about it. All right. Any ideas, ensemble, about our characters?
Ripley.
Okay, we see Ripley. And is Ripley a person? Is Ripley like an animal, a magical being, a waterfall? What's Ripley?
I like magical being.
Ripley. And you know, I'll just say magical being. If we want to get more specific about that, we can, but for now, we'll just keep that there. And then, so that's our character 1. And then our character 2, if Ripley is a magical being, I kind of like the idea of our other character not being magical. Like they're more regular. So with that, so that's my offering. Is there something that an ensemble member wants to put on top of that?
And a regular fox.
And a regular fox. You know, I'm interested because then I'm like, if it's regular, then I feel like the fox maybe only communicates with body language, unless we want to have it be a talking fox. But I think that's pretty interesting.
I like that.
Okay, cool, y'all. And again, like folks at home, you see, we're improvising all of this. We're just going first thought, best thought, and see how much creativity we unleash just by doing that. Cool. So they're somewhere. Where are they meeting? I feel like they're in a forest.
Works for me.
They're in a forest. They are, okay, what's their relationship? How do they know each other or not know each other?
I think they're friends.
Okay, they're friends. Fantastic, fantastic. And you all know, right? Like if this was just a static worksheet, you know, that you have printed out, we know the things wouldn't move around. So thank you for your patience as we fill this out. So they're friends and they're busy. We can decide if they're making, creating, or building, but it's a brand new invention. And I'll offer, you know, I mentioned the plunger. Maybe we can imagine that they're building something that if when they're using the prop, the plunger is part of it. It doesn't have to be the only thing, but what could be a new use for a plunger as an invention that these two friends are making?
They're building a contraption to walk up walls.
Ooh, okay. Walking up walls, I'll add, and trees contraption. Amazing, I love it. We scroll down, so, and what was unique about, this is where you can fill that same invention that you just did, you fill it again, the walking up walls and trees contraption, was that it was specifically made to make the world a better place by, and then you fill in, how does it make the world a better place? How can their walking up walls contraction? And I think they got 2 plungers, right? I can totally see them trying to like use these to walk up the walls. How can it make the world a better place?
To save animals stuck in high places.
Stuck in high places.
It doesn't have to be just animals. To save beans stuck in high places.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone stuck in, I'll say high place. Fantastic. Right, our next line, imagine change for the better in this world, all thanks to this invention. But then, you know, we're gonna introduce a conflict. So your part 2 is we wanna give our characters a conflict. That's some kind of huge problem, something dramatic has to happen. And then we're gonna create a short exchange, like 2 to 4 lines of dialogue between the characters to illustrate the conflict that they're experiencing. So we set all this up, you know, they're making their, we should decide, do we think, which of these words do we like better for how they're putting this contraption together? Making, creating, building.
Building.
Okay, here we go. You can circle one, I'll just bold it. Change for the better, all thanks to this invention. Until one day, now we need some lines between Ripley, the magical being, and the fox. You know, I imagine, what if first thing we see is that the fox starts crying? I'm gonna put that in italics because fox doesn't say, you know, words like you and me do. All right, what happens next? Right, they could be pantomiming it, they could be showing it. What happens next?
The Ripley says what's wrong.
Ripley. You know what? Go put on this thing. Oh. Maybe the fox.
Can the fox show that their paw got hurt while they were building?
Yeah.
Maybe they have a thorn.
Lifts up paw to show thorn.
They got a splinter, yeah. And Ripley can say, "You got a splinter from one of the trees."
Okay, oof. This is the conflict they're experiencing. So I think we've definitely introduced a conflict. So we could go next to the part where we solve it. Is there anything in this part that the ensemble wants to put in? I think we're ready to move on, okay? So we've got this. Last thing, Ripley said, you got a splinter from one of the trees. Now we move to part 3, the end. Give your characters a resolution. You know, the conflict or the problem has to get fixed. We want to think about this as we give them some dialogue to end the play and solve this problem. We're going to end the play in a tableau, so silent, frozen picture. And we want to remember, we want to connect the ending to the moral of the story, which is to thine own self be true, right? Because you all we've been building our skills together as young artists. So we knew by this point, you were ready to take all of these things we've been developing to work with them, all together. That's why we're giving you this big challenge. All right, okay, how are we gonna resolve this problem and have it be about to thine own self be true?
Oh, I know, because Ripley is a magical being. They can say, maybe they don't like to use their magic normally, but they have to be true to themselves and say, I don't normally use my magic, but to save you, I will access my healing powers.
Yeah, maybe there's something about, there's there's regulations, they're not supposed to use their magic for non-magical purposes. Because the fox isn't also magical, maybe that there's a regulation in the forest, cross species, you're cross being magic or something like that.
Yeah.
So we're I don't normally,
or I'm not allowed to use my magic.
not allowed to use my magic, non-magical beings, but I don't care. You're in trouble, and I have the power to help you, so I'm going to do it.
And I think we should have another sound effect.
Well, okay, what sound effect do you want?
They have chimes at home. Some sort of magical sound effect.
Let's say magical sound. Let me put some other line. Thank you. Well, magical sound effect. And then maybe this is where Ripley, whispers magical words and does magical movements. So let's say we Ripley whispers magical words and does magical movements to cast a healing spell. And maybe, one idea I have is our final tableau, we could see we could see the fox getting healed. Does someone maybe help me fill out that idea for that tableau to end our play?
I think the tableau should have the fox in a really high, happy position, and the Ripley, the magical being, maybe a little bit lower, but with making magical hands.
Okay, and then I'm gonna say ending tableau. The fox reaches up high fully healed from the thorn. And Ripley, how should I say this?
Ripley is in a lower position with her arms like in a circle. There.
Yeah. Whatever, whatever pronoun, you all decide to have for your characters, like we're good with all of it. So fantastic. Maybe we can even put with her or their arms in a circle. That's our ending capital. We solved the problem and we stay true to our moral. Boom, we did that. Now for the end, boop, 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 moral of the story. So we give you all the line. The moral of the story is, to thine own self be true. And then you all as playwright/poets, you get to make a ending rhyme to end the play. So what's our final line? Our final rhyme, rather.
So don't ever be blue.
So I'm gonna say ever be blue. I like the idea that it'll like, fill out the same kind of syllables of the rhyme, but you at home don't do that. You don't have to do that, is what I mean. Cool. So we made that. And then we have, again, we're gonna insert a non-diegetic sound of your choice story ending music here. So what's the music you wanna end the story with? What's a song?
Let's go crazy.
We're gonna keep it with Prince and have it be "Let's Go Crazy" by Prince. Again, you all at home, if your household is not a Prince listening household, ask your grown-ups. That's a great song. Fantastic. And then that's our play ensemble. I am so impressed with us, and I would totally like to see this play. I don't know that. Is there anything else we want to do with this for now, Miss Anna? Or we have a title. I forgot. Now that we made our play, what is the title of this play?
The title of the play is "It's Okay to Use Your Magic."
It's okay. It's okay to use your magic. I have to say, something that I love about this play is the theme that I'm seeing in it. Can you all still hear me? I feel like I'm speaking a little bit. The theme, of someone, there's a law that one of our characters realizes is unjust, and it's preventing someone else from being whole, from being healed, from having what they need. And so this character really bravely decided, you know what, I'm going to follow my conscience. I'm going to be true to what I know is right because I see my friend hurting. And so I love that even in, with using circumstances that are totally made up, we can still make work about really important themes that apply to the whole world. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna pass it back to Miss Anna.
All right, everybody. So we are ready to wrap up for this month. We will see you. Hang on, Miss Tira, you're still sharing. There we go. We will see you on June 5th, 11 a.m. PST, noon Mountain and 2 Eastern. And we hope to see you for that. And if not, please send us videos that you make with this template, with all your things. And we can't wait to see what you make, and we appreciate you. So let's just check out by saying drama class. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Drama class.
Drama class.
Thanks, team.